As a home buyer, it's normal that you're going to be nervous during the process. It's scary, it's something new, and it's something that isn't comfortable because it's not something that you've done before. I know that I found understanding what to expect moving forward helps you ease a little bit of that stress and calm your nerves a little bit. So today we're going to talk about what does the home buying process look like. It's really easy. It's really 5 basic steps that you're going to be looking at. The first step is preparing to buy a home. Now, there's some things that you can do on your own to start that journey before you even start the process. That's going to be creating a family budget. Simply, that's just looking at what is incoming and what is outgoing. You're going to be looking at your checking, your savings, your credit cards, itemize everything that's coming in, everything that's going out, and then how much you have left over at the end of the day. When you find out what you have left over, then you can prioritize and decide what is it that I can remove from this that we really don't need or that we don't want, or what is it that's going to be maybe paid off here recently that's no longer going to be included in that, to make sure you have your final number. And the reason that that is important is a loan officer can tell you what you qualify for. It may not be what you can afford. So knowing your family budget and what you can truly afford, what's left over at the end of the day, is going to be very, very important. I'll tell you, most of the time when I speak with somebody in the initial consult that we have, I ask that, what can you afford for your mortgage payment? And oftentimes people don't know. It's common. Don't feel bad about it. Just start fresh. Create a family budget and figure out what are our outgoing expenses, how much money do we bring in, and what do we have left over. Second, what you're going to do is you're going to meet with a mortgage planner such as myself. Now, there is a difference between a loan officer and a mortgage planner. They're not all created equal. I highly encourage you to look at reviews, look at success stories, and make sure that you're working with somebody that understands finances as well as the mortgage process. That becomes very important when you work on your mortgage strategies and creating a financial plan. A lot of times, a loan officer will give you a fee sheet, say, congratulations, you're qualified, here's the amount that you're qualified for, and you don't get the additional support that you would with a mortgage planner. So make sure to do your research. Once you meet with a mortgage planner such as myself, I have a very detailed process that we go through. We have an initial consultation, we get all of your information, and then I will figure out what are your short-term and long-term goals. Have you created a budget? What can you afford? If not, we walk through that path together to figure that out. Then we create mortgage strategies. And in those mortgage strategies for purchasing home, we jump on a consultation. We go over everything in detail, whether it be on Zoom or in person, depending on where we're at with the COVID pandemic. And at that point, we're going to decide together the best course of action. You're going to understand everything so that when you start looking at homes, it can be a great experience and you don't have any worry or fear about the financial side of it. We want to make sure that what we say up front is what it's going to be at the end so that we don't have any surprises along the way. I've been in the business for well over 18 years and really pride myself in integrity, trust, and doing what we say up front. Then the third step is going to be, once you have your pre-approval, is now you get to go shopping. You get to look for that perfect home for you. And that's where it's really important, again, to make sure that you're working with a really good realtor partner, especially in this market. It's going to be very important to make sure you're working with someone that knows how to navigate the market and understands what needs to happen in order for you to be able to get your offer accepted. Once you find your realtor, you do your research. Happy to connect you with one if you need one. I have great real estate partners that I work with, that I trust, and that I know will take really good care of you. And that's what's really important, is that you're having a team that has your best interests at heart. So when I work with my real estate agent partners and the buyer, we all work together to make sure that we're doing everything possible to get your offer accepted. Your offer will get every attention that it needs, as well as make sure that it's properly presented in the type of market that we're in, whether it's a buyer's market or a seller's market, which are going to be completely different ways that are strategized in your contract. So once you meet with your realtor, I meet with your realtor, we make sure we're on the same page, and you start looking for homes. You're going to let your realtor know what area you want to work in. You're going to research. You're going to figure out what price point you really can afford, and determine with the real estate agent if it's a buyer's market or a seller's market, whether you should be looking at higher than what you can afford or lower, depending on if you're going to have to offer higher or lower depending on the market. I know right now, and this type of market that we are is a seller's market, which means that if you're qualified at 425, you probably need to be looking at homes just over 400,000 so that you could put in an offer. But again, your real estate agent is the one that's going to be able to give you all of that information and feedback. Now you start looking at properties, you put in an offer, they accept your offer. Your real estate agent and I will go over all the terms and everything that you need to go through once you're in contract, such as inspections, underwritten approval, and things of those nature, to make sure that you know what's going going on. You get an update every single week from our team, but also are going to know exactly what to expect in the next milestone so that there's no surprises. Then the final step, once you're in contract, you have a closing date, you sign all your documents, provide all the money that's needed from you to close. And on your closing date, record with the county, you get your keys and you're now a homeowner. Now, what I'd like to also include in there is the thing to remember is that when you purchase a home, let's say it's February that you close. Well, if you close in February, sign in February, most of the time you're not going to have a payment till April 1st. And again, we go over all that information, but I want you to know that you have a little bit of a grace period in there that you're going to be able to transition from renting or paying a current mortgage to being able to purchase another property, which is super helpful. One less thing to have to worry about with the process as you're going through it. I know it's always like, oh, we're going to have 2 payments, and it's not typically the case. So we'll go over that more in detail when we meet, but I want to make sure that you understand these 4 steps. And the 5th step is the most important step. Celebrate. You know, a lot of times we do great things, we get to a certain goal, we meet it, accomplish it, and then we just kind of let it go. Celebrate the fact that you took this huge step in building wealth. The most easiest way for somebody to build wealth in today's society is by purchasing a home. You already need housing, so you invest into your future by investing into purchasing a home versus paying a landlord where there's no investment. You get no return on the money that you invest into or that you pay into the rent. Versus on a mortgage, you're investing into wealth. You're building wealth. And that's what's different too. When you're working with a mortgage planner, specifically working on our team, it's not just about purchasing the home. It's the next step. It's protecting your assets. It's building wealth. So I have courses and strategies and tools that I provide to my clients to make sure that not only are you successful with the home purchase, you get to build your net worth and build for success for your future retirement as well. So I hope that you found value in this, and I hope that when you watch this, you could see that it's not that scary. As long as you have the right team in your corner and you have the right mortgage planner and you have the right real estate agent, we guide you on the process to where it's still a fun experience that you can appreciate, enjoy. I hope that you found value in this video. If you did, please like, comment, share. And if you know anybody that's looking to purchase or sell, please pass this video along so that they can also get the value from this and know that when they make the step to move forward, that it's gonna be okay. Kristin Cooper, your mortgage advisor, mortgage planning specialist. Thank you so much for watching.